My dear friend, there are days when life places something in our hands that looks perfectly made for us. The peel is plump and smooth, the color is bright and beautiful, the scent is gentle, and we think this has to be sweet. But then, the very first segment touches your tongue, and a sharp sourness rushes in without warning. You wince right away. And in that moment, I want to ask you something. If you accidentally chose a sour tangerine, could you still smile? Not a forced smile, but the smile of someone who understands you can't control the taste of the tangerine, but you can choose how you receive it. On the journey of Walk for Peace, the Sangha often receives fruit offerings along the road, small bags handed over in a hurry, baskets set gently at the doorway. And among them, there are so many tangerines. They all look the same, neat and even, plump and full, so promising. But once you peel them, life begins to speak. Some are sweet, juicy segments, a soft, gentle sweetness that melts on the tongue. You feel relieved, you feel grateful, you feel like everything is going the right way. And some are sour, so sour you want to spit it out. So sour you might think, why me? That basket of tangerines, if you look closely, is like a miniature version of human life. Reaching into the basket is like stepping into a new day. You don't know if you'll get sweet or sour, but you know for sure you'll get some kind of flavor. When you get a sweet tangerine, in life that can look like a warm message arriving right on time, a door opening smoothly, a project going well, a meeting that softens your heart. We call it luck. We call it success. And naturally, the mind wants to hold on. Too sweet, and we become attached. Too sweet, and we forget it will pass. Too sweet, and we start hoping tomorrow must be the same. But sweetness can sometimes weaken us, quietly, without us noticing. Not because sweetness is wrong, but because when everything is easy, we don't train our inner strength as much. We learn less endurance, less letting go. We remember less often to return to the breath. On the road of Walk for Peace, there are beautiful days too. Flat paths, light wind, footsteps that flow easily, and hearts that can drift just as easily. But the Sangha still walks steadily, still keeps mindfulness, still reminds one another, no ease, no difficulty, don't fall asleep in comfort. So when you meet a sweet tangerine, pause for a beat, breathe in, breathe out, and whisper to yourself, thank you. Then ask gently, who can I share this sweetness with? Sweetness, when shared, becomes a blessing. Sweetness, when met with awareness, becomes wisdom. And when you meet a sour tangerine, this is when your karma, your training, reveals itself. A sour tangerine can be a harsh criticism, a difficult coworker, a plan that collapses, bad news arriving before you're ready. The first reaction is often resistance. You frown, you feel irritated, you want to push it out of your life. And the familiar question appears, why me? In the same basket, why is it sweet for someone else, but sour for me? But the truth is, life's basket is always mixed, and life never promised that today would be as you wished, just because you tried your best. On Walk for Peace, there are cold, rainy days too, wind cutting straight into the face, days when the feet ache, days when exhaustion drains the body.
If they only prayed for an easy road, the journey would collapse in the first week. The beauty of Walk for Peace isn't that everything goes smoothly. It's that, whether conditions are easy or hard, the monastics keep walking, in peace, in wakefulness, in kindness. Not to prove anything, only to remind the world of something simple. Peace begins with how we respond to what isn't going our way. So when life hands you a sour tangerine, your practice can be very small. First, notice without judging. Breathe in and name what's happening. Sour, uncomfortable, hurt, anger. Just name it. Don't rush to blame. Then soften and return to the body. Unclench the jaw, drop the shoulders, place a hand on your chest as if telling yourself, yes, this is what I'm feeling. And finally, choose your attitude. This is your freedom. Ask quietly, in this moment, do I want peace or do I want to win? Then choose one small action that protects peace. Stay silent for a minute. Take a sip of water. Walk a few slow steps, or simply don't say the next words you'll regret. There is a beautiful image on the road. A monk holding a sour tangerine in his hand. He doesn't throw it away. He doesn't blame the person who offered it. He doesn't turn sour into a reason to hurt anyone. He peels it calmly, chews slowly, feels the sourness completely, clear but not dramatic. And then he smiles, as if saying to life, ah, so today this is the flavor. That practice isn't pretending everything is fine. It's seeing something deeper. Sweet or sour is only taste. Suffering or peace depends on whether we cling tightly or let go gently. Walk for peace is the same. Not a slogan, not an argument, not loud words. It's a reminder made of footsteps. Each step is a breath. Each breath is a way back. Each return is one less time the world drags you away. On sweet days, they still walk. On sour days, they still walk. And that steady walking creates the texture of peace. You don't have to walk thousands of miles. Sometimes you only need 10 steps at home, slow but not heavy. And remind yourself softly, stepping, breathing, here. Then you'll see, life still mixes sweet and sour, but your heart doesn't have to shake so much. In the end, sweet or sour, once it passes the throat, it all becomes nourishment for the body. And every joy and sorrow in life, when seen through the eyes of practice, can become wisdom and true conditions of growth. So don't pray for a life with only sweet tangerines. Pray instead that you stay awake so you don't cling when it's sweet, and stay gentle so you don't burn with anger when it's sour. When things go your way, be grateful and share. When they don't, smile and learn to accept. Next time, if life presses a sour tangerine into your hand, peel it calmly, taste it fully, and whisper to yourself, "Thank you, life, for one more lesson in patience." May you keep a peaceful, balanced heart through every flavor of life, sour, spicy, salty, sweet. Namo Buddhaya.